This is the last part of my raw experience going unmatched. The most pervasive emotions I had after match day were just grief and shame. I felt ashamed to show my face at school because of what people might think of me, and the thought that I kept thinking about was no one knew just how close I was to matching. And honestly, it doesn't even matter how close I was because either you match or you don't. Optho has an early match too, so while all the students were sitting around together and the faculty were reassuring all the students that everyone will match, everyone will do just fine, and all the students were buzzing with that nervous energy, I was sitting amongst them very much unmatched and not fine. The turnaround time for research gap years is really fast, so within the first week after match day, I had multiple interviews. I put on a smile, turned on my personality, and poured all of my energy into those interviews. I would log off of Zoom thinking that I aced the interview and that I was super hyped for this research position, only to be rejected the next week. These interviews also came with super short notice, so it gave off this energy of, you have an interview at 7 p.m. tonight, and if you can't make it, then you're out. So I had to cancel all my post-match travel plans so that I could make it for these interviews. It became a cycle of interview after interview, followed by rejection after rejection, and was just such an emotional roller coaster. After weeks of this, I remember one of the last remaining positions was an unpaid 2-year commitment halfway across the country, which just felt like an additional blow to an already devastating experience. This period was probably the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. My birthday was coming up in a month, and I remember thinking, what's the point of celebrating? There's nothing about me to celebrate. My wedding was coming up in May, and I felt like I just didn't deserve to be happy. My dad would take me out to restaurants to cheer me up, but I remember just sobbing into my bowl in the middle of the restaurant because I didn't feel like I deserved any bit of kindness. I didn't open up Instagram for at least a whole month after match day because I knew seeing other people's success would be way too unbearable for me. And I'd say one of the most painful parts of this period was seeing the mentors who had once fully believed in me now starting to lose faith as I had trouble finding a research gap year position. I didn't fully secure my research gap year position until almost 2 full months after match day. Securing that position helped a ton with getting me back on my feet, but those pangs of heartache would just continue to ebb and flow throughout the year. But here is the positive note I want to end on. I made it through. And if you're watching this in the middle of your own heartbreak, that means you can too. Whether you reapply, SOAP, dual apply, or just pivot entirely, choose the path that will give you the least regrets later in your career. This process can take so much from you, but it is not indicative of your worth. You're not alone, and this is not the end of your story.